Good morning, crew of the BMSS Antioch. Stardate 104 4883. Yes, Mr. Banner, sir?
Hello? Who is this?
Sir, you called here.
No, you called here. You called me. Who is calling, please?
Mr. Banner, is there something I can do for you?
You called here. Listen, I will not accept this kind of insubordination. Don't call here again unless it's important.
I apologize, sir. You are absolutely correct. It's been 14 days since the boarding of dignitary Thurston Solomon Banner V and his envoy, and they thank you for your continued hospitality and accommodation. And now for today's daily demands, the morning announcements. As Mr. Banner continues his thorough inspection of the Antioch and its implementation of his brother's B-Flex Squared program, he does have some new requests to aid him in this arduous process. To ship chef and the mess hall staff, Mr. Banner would like to remind you that bloat beast tenders are not the same thing as nuggies. And he is on a strict medically mandated requirement of nuggies. Now, I took the liberty of looking up the difference, and apparently, while tenders are just breaded and fried pieces, in order to constitute a nuggie, you must ground and form the beast into the shapes of bloat beast before you fry it. Also, sauce goes in a smaller cup on the side for dipping and not in the sauce compartment of the mess hall tray because sometimes sauce can accidentally get into the side of the tray holding the nuggies before Mr. Banner is ready for them to be sauced and causing nugsog, which is obviously unacceptable. Also, Mr. Banner would like green algae juice today, and not blue and yellow algae juices mixed together. Green algae juice is different. You are authorized to accept a no-faux grocery delivery if the ship is out of green algae for juicing purposes. If you can also have engineering bend Mr. Banner a set of metal straws for his time aboard the ship, that would also be great. He almost poked his eye out with the straight straw and requires bent straws. Curly crazy loop-de-loops are not required but would be appreciated. And finally, the breakfast ice cream tastes great and the texture is good, but if you can find a way to make it less cold, that would be ideal. After much consideration and seeing the G-Spotter boxes in action and doing a cost-benefit analysis of their use, Mr. Banner has decided that all G-Spotter box sessions will be halted until further notice. The virtual reality bays will no longer be used for these sessions. To the virtual reality bay staff, Mr. Banner requires that all bays be reprogrammed for his personal entertainment needs. Bay 2, please upload the game MINE-TERRAFORM. Mr. Banner wants to get a feeling of what we do here aboard the ship. Aw, cute. Bay 3, please upload the Caffeinex branded game Power Purple Pod Racing. And stock a supply of Power Purple Caffeinex for Mr. Banner's bodyguard / attaché, Winaldo. Bay 4, please set to theater mode, playing on a loop the serialized animated programs from Cherrae. Mr. Banner likes to stay close to his Earthican history. You can download the programs from his ship's computer. Bay 5, please set to theater mode, running a wall of all security cameras aboard the Antioch. Bay 6, please set to the obstacle course simulation Blue 42. And as Mr. Banner is only 7 years old, please remember to set the ball pit heights to accommodate a 122 centimeter tall participant. Hi, Mr. Banner. How can I help?
There's no Thurston here. You just won concert tickets on Florgus 8. This is the radio.
Oh wow, concert tickets. That's amazing.
But you have to answer a question first before you can win.
Obviously.
Why do butts smell bad?
In Bay 7, please set up a solitary metal chair with ankle and wrist restraints, and set an array of 4 interrogation lights facing the chair. Bay 8, please set a single metal table covered with removable plastic sheeting and a roll of butcher knives from the kitchen. Chief Sanitation Engineer Leonard Wexel, please have a cleanup crew on standby outside of Bay 8 for the remainder of Mr. Banner's time here. Bay 9, please set to Sorla's Dancery Jamboree for Kids program on a loop. Please set the decor to rave mode. Chief Crusher, you and your team are invited to a mandatory rave for the remainder of the day. Knock Bleep Smith, you are also required to attend in the vents above Bay 9, as your lights are, quote, pretty and fun. Mr. Banner may pop in before or after lunch. And finally, Bays 10 and 1 are to remain unused as buffers in the bay hallways. As a security precaution, Mr. Banner requires solitude and privacy during playtime. And moving on to our ship announcements. Just kidding. Here is a memo from Mr. Banner's team. To the boys in Pod C that have been found responsible for the recent rash of conference table dumps, you have been granted a full pardon, as your particular crime is quote-unquote hilarious, and you will be released from the brig immediately. Mr. Banner would also like that team to accompany him for lunch today, and you are cordially invited to participate in a royal game of tag. Deck 7 will be cleared of all personnel for this purpose. Here's another one. This one is for Chief Engineer Ansel Brognorf. Mr. Banner would like to extend his most humble thanks for the tour of the smelt line and the forge yesterday. And he would like to bestow upon your team the supreme honor of creating his newest set of royal armor. As he has outgrown his last set and the order for his replacement with the royal armory has not yet been placed, Winaldo will be down today to provide measurements along with reference images of the Banner family crest. Congratulations! And now for today's mandatory dance break, with music especially chosen by Thurston Solomon Banner the 5th. And now, a word from our sponsors. Today's mandatory dance break is brought to you by Zapnarp's Drills Be We. If you is humans need tools for to break rock, and now tools make us for you to organize and defend life. Hammer good, hammer knife more good. Hammer knife handle storage most good and new for all. Buy now Zapnarp's Drills Be We. Smash rock, cut skin, keep paper. Buy now.
Strip mining has been a scourge on the galaxy for thousands of years. Countless planets crushed to dust, while millions of people live in cramped company housing on urban planetoids. Have you always wanted your own slice of paradise, but dealing with governments and bureaucracies kept you out of the market? I'm Solomon Thurston Banner the 14th, and I promise to right all of those past wrongs with Bannerflex Corporation's new commitment to holistic living fulfillment and sustainable mining. Introducing all new B-Flex Squared Pocket Planets. Enjoy your slice of paradise on a free-floating terraform dome living space. Pockets are fully customizable and able to sustain one life form, or a family, or your community. Clean, sustainable, free-floating. B-Flex Squared.
Do you want to learn how to move your body? Is repetitive motion or sedentary workstations have you stiff and rhythmless? Well, join me, Sola, in my dancery. I will teach you to dance, move, and restore your body with the hottest moves from Klaxion, the Milky Way, and my own planet of chaotic 6.5. Developed with Bandcom's patented behavior modification technology. Download directly into your brain, and the bioprogramming will teach your muscles to move all in the best ways. Learn the Crack Stank, the Binger, the Sexy Questo Loaf, and many, many more. Download Sola's Dancery today and move your body!
Hello? Mr. Banner? Sir? Can I help you, sir? Mr. Banner, this line is open ship-wide. Do you need something? No. Yes, Mr. Banner.
This is your ex-boyfriend, Chad. We need to break up.
Sir, did you hack into my personnel file?
This is Chad. We need to break up.
We're already broken up, Chad.
Well, then we need to never get back together again because you smell like farts and I'm made out of clouds of farts and there can only be one fart in a relationship.
You know what, Chad? You're right. There is room for only one fart in a relationship, and it's definitely you!
She said fart.
Ugh, God. Oh, here's a memo from Winaldo. Mr. Banner has informed me that sleeping conditions aboard the Antioch are unacceptable. He has tried to tough it out but needs his restorative rest in order to function. Since the G-Spotter Box sessions are currently on pause, Chief Medical Officer Charlotte Reeser and the entity known as Pazuzu, Overlord of Darkness and Eater of Worlds, are now authorized to reintegrate as soon as possible. Mr. Banner requires both medical-grade tucking in and bedtime stories from the Hell Dimension for both naps and end-of-cycle sleep periods. After he has fallen asleep, he also requires hair and nail trimming. Dr. Pazuzu, you are authorized to perform both procedures, but please do it in such a way that his nails are shorter and his hair is no longer flopping in his eyes, but that he does not notice that anything is different. And we are out of time. This concludes the morning announcements. If you have any announcements, please send them to my Bannerflex robotic assistant, Malia0747. Malia0747 will now be required to shadow Mr. Banner for the remainder of his time aboard the Antioch. As a standing box, Mr. Banner has tried every other step and podium across the ship, but none are the perfect height as Malia0747. So please send any announcements directly to me, and I will get to them in a timely manner. As always, I'm Bannerflex Mining Corporation's media liaison, Malia0743. Bannerflex, dependable, conservative, traditional. Hey crew, Cherrae here. Welcome back to Good Morning Antioch. We're grateful for all of our listeners for the thrilling second half of Season 4. Special thanks to all of our cast and crew who keep the Antioch flying. If you have any questions or comments for the crew of the Antioch, you can send them directly to Malia0743 at contact@goodmorningantioch.com. The suggestion box explosion devices have been deactivated. Looking for some dope Antioch merch? Visit goodmorningantioch.com. The commissary is now open. You can also find all episodes of Good Morning Antioch as well as other shows on the TCAD network at tcadnetwork.com. That's tcadnetwork.com. You'll find fun content like the TCAD Entertainment Podcast, the TCAD 10 Minute Take movie reviews, The Reading, a show of creepy tales, as well as all the latest news for Good Morning Antioch. And don't forget our Patreon page. Patrons will enjoy exclusive content like table reads and puppet outtakes. Thank you so much for all the space love.